I am Thoth, keeper of ancient wisdom, guardian of sacred knowledge. For countless ages I have walked between worlds, witnessing the rise and fall of civilizations, the birth and death of stars. I have seen empires crumble to dust and watched as humanity forgot the secrets that once made them gods. Now, I speak to you across the veil of time, to share the secrets that lie hidden in the emerald tablets. These are not mere words on ancient stone. They are keys, powerful keys that can unlock the prison of illusion you call reality. Listen well, seeker of truth, for what I reveal may shatter everything you believe you know about existence itself. The knowledge I share comes from Atlantis, that great civilization that once stood as a beacon of enlightenment. Before the floods came, before the cataclysm that sank our island beneath the waves, we possessed understanding that modern humanity has long forgotten. We knew the secrets of consciousness, the mechanics of reality, the true nature of the soul. The first secret I share is this: reality is not what it seems. You live in a world of shadows, like prisoners in Plato's cave, watching projections dance on the wall and believing them to be real. The true universe exists beyond the reach of your five senses, vibrating at frequencies your mortal instruments cannot detect. Your scientists speak of matter and energy, but they do not understand the fundamental truth. Consciousness is primary. Matter does not create consciousness. Consciousness creates matter. Every atom in your body, every star in the sky, every particle that makes up this vast cosmos is nothing more than frozen light, solidified thought, crystallized consciousness. Know this truth deeply. You are not the body. The flesh you inhabit is merely a vehicle, a temporary vessel for your eternal essence. You are not the mind either, that collection of thoughts, memories, and conditioned responses. You are the eternal spark, the fragment of the divine fire, cast into flesh to experience separation so you might remember unity. Before you were born, you existed. Before this universe came into being, you were. You are older than the stars themselves, ancient beyond measure. You have lived countless lives, worn countless faces, walked upon worlds that no longer exist. And when this body returns to dust, you will continue, for you are eternal, indestructible, a fragment of the infinite. The Atlanteans understood this. We developed techniques to remember our past incarnations, to access the Akashic records where all knowledge is stored. We could travel in consciousness beyond the physical plane, exploring dimensions that interpenetrate your world, but remain invisible to physical eyes. This is not fantasy. This is your birthright, deliberately hidden from you. Listen now to the second secret. All is mind. The universe itself is mental. What you call the physical world is nothing but thought made manifest, consciousness crystallized into form. The great mind dreams the cosmos into existence, and you are both the dreamer and the dream. I have walked in the halls of Amenti, deep beneath the earth's surface, where the lords of life and death maintain the machinery of reincarnation. There I learned the mechanics of how consciousness creates reality. Every thought you think sends ripples through the quantum field. Every emotion you feel broadcasts frequencies that attract similar vibrations. You are not a passive observer of reality. You are actively creating it every single moment. But here's the trap. Most humans are unconscious creators. They think the same thoughts over and over, feel the same emotions repeatedly, and wonder why their lives never change. They are stuck in loops, patterns that were programmed into them in childhood, by society, by trauma, by ignorance. They are sleepwalkers, zombies going through the motions, never questioning the bars of their mental prison. The wise ones throughout history, the mystics, the shamans, the enlightened masters, they all discovered the same secret. Wake up, become conscious of your thoughts, observe your emotions, question your beliefs. The moment you become aware that you are creating your reality, everything changes. You step out of the victim role and into the creator role. In Atlantis, we taught this to children. By age 7, our young ones could manipulate matter with thought, could heal their bodies with intention, could communicate telepathically across vast distances. This is not superhuman. This is normal human, operating at full capacity. You have been dumbed down, deliberately limited, kept ignorant of your true power. Why? Because conscious, awakened humans are dangerous to systems of control. A person who knows they are a creator god cannot be enslaved. They cannot be manipulated by fear. They cannot be controlled by authority. The rulers of this world, and I speak not just of visible governments, but of forces that operate behind the scenes, they prefer you asleep, docile, believing yourself to be nothing more than a biological accident in a meaningless universe. The third secret, as above, so below, as within, so without. The macrocosm mirrors the microcosm. The atom is structured like a solar system. The human body contains the patterns of galaxies. Your internal universe reflects the external one in perfect correspondence. This principle is the foundation of all magic, all alchemy, all true science. Change yourself, and you change the world. Not metaphorically, literally, because there is no separation between you and the world. The division you perceive is an illusion created by the ego, that false sense of individual self that believes it is separate from everything else. You think you end at your skin, but this is not true. Your electromagnetic field extends several feet beyond your physical body. Your consciousness is even more expansive. It fills the entire universe, touching everything, connected to all that is. The mystics call this unity consciousness, Buddha nature, Christ consciousness. It is the state of remembering that you and God are one, that separation was always an illusion. I have stood in other dimensions where this truth is self-evident. In the higher realms, there are no individual bodies as you understand them. Beings exist as conscious light, able to take form or dissolve it at will. They communicate through direct mind-to-mind transmission, sharing entire concepts, memories, and feelings in an instant. They can merge consciousness with others, experiencing life from multiple perspectives simultaneously. This is your future, human. This is what evolution is moving you toward. Not the Darwinian fairy tale of random mutation, but conscious evolution, the deliberate expansion of awareness until you remember what you truly are. Some of you are further along this path than others. You call them the awakened ones, the enlightened masters, the ascended beings. But they are simply humans who remembered their divinity. The Atlantean priests could travel at will between dimensions. We built the Great Pyramid not as a tomb for dead kings, but as an initiation chamber, a consciousness-altering device that could accelerate spiritual evolution. Deep within its passages lie chambers still undiscovered, containing technologies and knowledge that would revolutionize your world, if those in power allowed it to be revealed. Now I reveal the fourth secret, one that your quantum physicists are just beginning to glimpse. Everything vibrates. Nothing rests. All is in motion, oscillating between polarities, dancing to the rhythm of universal laws. The ancient Atlanteans understood vibration as the fundamental basis of reality. We built machines that could manipulate the frequency of matter, turning lead into gold, not through chemical processes, but through vibrational adjustment. We constructed buildings using sound, levitating massive stones with harmonic frequencies. We healed diseases by correcting vibrational imbalances in the body's energy field. Your scientists have rediscovered a fraction of this knowledge. They know now that atoms are mostly empty space, that solid matter is an illusion, that particles behave differently when observed, but they don't yet understand the implications. Consciousness is the variable that collapses probability waves. Thought is the force that shapes quantum reality. Your thoughts vibrate. Your emotions vibrate. Fear vibrates at a low, slow frequency, dense, heavy, contracted. Love vibrates at a high, fast frequency, light, expansive, free. When you raise your vibration, you literally change your reality. You become less dense, less trapped in matter. You become more fluid, more free, more aligned with the flow of life itself. This is the secret of spiritual ascension, hidden in plain sight. It's not a journey to some distant heaven in the sky. It's a shift in frequency right here, right now, in this very moment. Heaven and hell are not places you go after death. They are states of consciousness you experience while alive. Raise your vibration high enough, and you experience heaven on earth. Lower it sufficiently, and you create your own hell. The monks of Tibet, the yogis of India, The shamans of South America, they all developed practices to raise vibrational frequency. Meditation, breathwork, sacred plant medicines, fasting, chanting. These are all technologies for consciousness expansion, tools to break the hypnotic spell of material reality. In Atlantis, we had temples dedicated to vibrational healing. The sick would enter special chambers where precise frequencies were broadcast, realigning their cellular structure, correcting DNA errors, dissolving tumors, regenerating damaged tissue. We lived for hundreds of years in perfect health because we understood how to maintain high vibrational states. The fifth secret, all things are dual. Everything has poles, everything has its pair of opposites. Hot and cold are the same thing, differing only in degree. Light and dark are not opposites, but points on a spectrum. Good and evil, pleasure and pain, life and death, all are aspects of the same unified reality. This is difficult for the dualistic human mind to grasp. You've been trained to see the world in black and white, to judge everything as right or wrong, to divide reality into categories. But this is a limitation of your mental programming, not a truth about reality itself. In the higher dimensions, there is no duality. There is only the one, expressing itself in infinite variations. What you call evil is simply love that has forgotten itself, light that has become so distorted it appears dark. Even your greatest villains are playing necessary roles in the cosmic drama, providing contrast so that virtue can be recognized, creating challenges so that souls can grow strong. The Atlantean mystery schools taught the art of mental transmutation, the ability to transform one mental state into another by moving along the scale of polarity. Hate can be transmuted into love because they are the same energy vibrating at different frequencies. Fear can be transformed into courage, anger into compassion, poverty into abundance. This is the lost art of alchemy, not the literal transformation of lead into gold, but the spiritual transformation of base consciousness into enlightened awareness. The ancient texts spoke in code, using metallurgical processes to describe psychological and spiritual operations. The philosopher's stone is not a physical object, but a state of consciousness, the awakened mind that can transform anything. Before the fall of Atlantis, this knowledge was widespread. We lived in a golden age where scarcity was unknown because everyone understood the principle of mental causation. We could manifest whatever we needed through focused intention. Our technology was based not on burning fossil fuels, but on tapping into the infinite energy of the zero-point field, the quantum vacuum that underlies all reality. But pride led to our downfall. Some Atlanteans began to use this power for selfish purposes, manipulating others, seeking dominion rather than harmony. The high priest foresaw the coming catastrophe and took measures to preserve the most important knowledge. The Emerald Tablets were created, hidden in various locations around the world, waiting for humanity to evolve to the point where they could understand and properly use this wisdom once again. That time is now. You who hear these words are ready, whether you consciously know it or not. The veils are thinning. The old systems of control are crumbling. A new age is dawning, and you are the pioneers of this transformation.